Here you go.
Yeah, you can send me the link. Thank you.
Welcome.
Awesome. Thank you, Leonardo. All right, so just give me a second here. All right, this is basically some of the points that we're going to discuss. Basically, maintenance challenges, maintenance opportunities, some of the models that we have. How can you start using the solutions, and discuss some conceptual architecture that we already have, right? But as I mentioned before, I don't want to just keep the presentation on. So we're going to basically be talking while we demonstrate the solutions that we have and how you can actually connect all the things that all the solutions that we have in just one single piece. All right. So one of the things that I consider is important is to take into account the industry 4.0 and how the industry 4.0 is basically transforming the business, right? And how the trends are going and how we can actually associate all the data that we are collecting to anticipate business outcomes. And that's the thing about predictive maintenance, right? And some things that I consider important is to understand that we have always had a lot of data in our machines. The thing is that now we have the power of the cloud to storage the data and to include artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms for you to start really using the data that you have. So what happened before is that you have a lot of data, you were collecting a lot of data, but we really didn't have the power of computing to start doing something with the data and transform that data into information that will be key to actually try to do some maintenance over the machines or over the computers or over some devices that we have had for several times, right? So one important thing right now is the decreasing cost of IoT sensors, the increase in mobile devices that we have, and the scale of cloud-based platforms and all the advances that we have in traditional analytics, as well as machine learning and artificial intelligence, as I mentioned before, offers this particular opportunity to take advantage of what we have in Microsoft to basically build an integrated solution that will feed all the needs and feed all the goals that you have as a company, right? And just let me here, just give me a second to basically start using something different here. Just a second.
Yes, and also just to add something here, as Adrian mentioned before, it's important to consider that there are three main different or key points that we should consider. The first one is how we enhance the customer experience, how we um, deliver a good customer experience based on products and services that you have, that you deliver to your customers, and also how you can innovate faster. And the third one would be the how you can transform your business operations, and how you can take advantage of all the data that is generated in your systems, in your applications, uh, in your devices, and how we can apply intelligence to obtain or generate knowledge from data. And this is where we can apply different artificial intelligence capabilities. For instance, you can use machine learning, which uses computational algorithms. So those algorithms can analyze large sums of data and extract patterns from that data, and then you can help or provide a way for your systems to act and learn from that data, and then you can drive more intelligent systems. So that's the whole engine behind all the predictive maintenance that you should consider. And also we have all the tools and solutions with Azure, and that's part of the demo that we are going to see later.
Exactly, exactly. Thank you, Andrea. And something that is important is to take into account what is the vision behind a maintenance solution. Basically, the vision will be to optimize maintenance processes, right? Using in this particular case machine learning and artificial intelligence to basically predict maintenance needs before production is disrupted, right? Because something that is important is to take into account that what happens if I have an issue with a production machine, right? What will be the loss that I have as a business if something happens to the production environment, right? So this is basically the vision that we have when in terms of maintenance processes. And something that we use in this particular scenario is sensors, devices, machine learning, artificial intelligence, and we provide also a bridge in case of need. And I'm going to talk about a little bit further in this particular topic, because I guess that the sensors is important, and we have to understand what is behind the sensors. And basically, sensors are components that will be translating a value from a physical world into bits, right? And that, for example, includes sensors that measure pressure, humidity, vibration, gas levels, acceleration, and several other things that we actually want to monitor, right? And that's part of the demonstration that we're going to perform. And Leo is going to show you a live event actually using one of the sensors that he has. Another thing is all the devices that are part of the solution, right? And I'm talking about networking, physical networking, systems, data, external information, some other requests and executions or remote executions in terms of what I want to do with the sensor. Of course, Andrea mentioned machine learning, right? That will be basically some code that is going to run inside of a sensor to do something, to prevent that something happens or triggers an event in case of an alert. All right?
I'm assuming, sorry, when you're talking the sensors can be wireless as well, correct?
Exactly, exactly. You can have any sensor that you want. And one important thing about our solutions is that we accept every single kind of sensors. It doesn't matter if it is a non-Microsoft sensor. If you have a Microsoft sensor, that will be great. But we can talk with all the sensors that are basically in the market. So that's not an issue. And if the sensors that we have or you have doesn't speak directly with our protocols, it doesn't matter, because we also provide some bridges that can improve that communication between the sensors and the cloud. So that is basically the thing that we have. That is a holistic solution that we have for our customers, and in this particular case, for you to use it as well. All right, are we good in that?
Yes, Vijay just walked in, so I was just giving him a brief summary of what we were talking about, in terms of the business, how businesses can leverage some of the newer technologies in terms of the sensors, what we can do with that information to do predictive maintenance, and then the last part is they're going to show us, if we have time, how we can use the AI part, depending on what we do, of it to even further enhance the productivity as well as preventative maintenance. Yes.
Perfect, perfect. So I'm going to stop presenting this particular PPT, and I'm going to jump in directly into the demonstration of the connected factory for you to see something that you can actually do, right? And this is actually a solution accelerator that you can actually use and connect your own devices, your own sensors, and start using basically the solution, right? Just give me a second here to show you the application. All right, just let me know if you're seeing a dashboard with an application on it, with a map.
Yes, we're seeing it with the map.
Amazing, amazing, great. So this is basically a solution accelerator that we have. It's an actual application that is running over Azure. And basically, this application is showing a lot of sensors that we have and some alarms, some factories and their location. Basically, if you're seeing here, we have a factory in Munich, another factory in Cape Town, another factory in Mumbai, another factory in Seattle, another one in Beijing, and another one in Rio de Janeiro, right? So you're seeing here the status. The status of 3 of the factories are showing that it's in normal status, so everything is working fine. But you're seeing here that some other factories are showing an error. So you will have here some dashboards that will say, okay, something is happening, because I see that the overall efficiency of the factories are in basically 80%. We have an availability of 99%, almost 100%. But we have here the performance showing a 90%. And you see another key performance indicators here that can show you that something is happening, right? Or something is not doing well. So probably I need to take attention on it, right? So let's dig into the issues here. Let's click here on the Seattle factory to see what exactly is happening. So we're here seeing that we have an error, right? So let's click on it and let's see what is actually happening. I'm seeing that, okay, this is good. This is something that is working in production, and I have some sensors here. So in the assembly part, we have here on the robotic arm, we have another sensor here, sorry, on the packing side. But now I'm seeing that I have an error in the assembly sensor, right? So probably something is happening here. If I dig into the issue, I can see that the error is basically showing that I have a pressure thing here. So probably this value over here that I want to have, right? So this is something that I can, or this is showing me something that I can do with, all right? And what I can do here is probably to start using some of the machine learning algorithms, right? To start predict what I can do to solve this kind of situation before the whole machine stops its production. All right. So this is important for us to understand that I can do basically anything inside of the sensor to add intelligence into the device. Because something that I always tell my customers is that you can have a lot of sensors in your solution. You can be monitoring everything in this particular arm, right? But if you just send data into the cloud, you're basically not integrating anything inside your organization. You'll have to add some intelligence to the device for you to start capturing the data that you actually need and start using that data and integrate that data into Dynamics, for example. And that's something that we want to show you. And I guess that Leo and Mauricio is going to dig into the details of what you can do once you're capturing the data from the IoT sensors, right? And you start using all the application that we have for you, all right? And see, you can see here on the right side that we have some alarms or some alerts that basically are showing that, okay, your value is above the maximum, right? And we have this issue in this particular assembly, and we are seeing that is the pressure one, that is the one that is causing problems in this particular machine, All right. I'm going to click back just to show you another thing here. And just as you saw that we were checking the Seattle factory, we can check one that is basically working fine. Probably we're going here to jump into the Munich one. And that's basically the thing. That's an integrated solution. That's an integrated dashboard. You're going to see the same values over one factory. And it doesn't matter if you're working on the Munich one or in Beijing one or in Rio de Janeiro one. It's basically the same interface. And you can see all the sensors that you have defined here, and you can check everything, right? You can have some sensors over here, over the fan over here. You can have some sensors over another place here, and that will be something that you can define. Basically, it doesn't matter. You can have one type of sensor here. You can have another actually sensor here, but you can probably say, okay, Adrian, but do I need the same manufacturer sensor here, or I can have one manufacturer sensor here, another one here? Yeah, you can have any kind of sensors and any kind of manufacturers over the same solution. It doesn't matter. We actually talk with any kind of sensors, as I mentioned before.
Yes, just to add something here. So Adrian is showing an example of how you can monitor your devices in real time, right? So after capturing all this data and the data that the device is generating, we can collect that data and then process that data in order to create a model using machine learning algorithms just to predict future outcomes, right? So after all these alerts or KPIs and these performance data, we can create those models based on the actual data just to create different scenarios and predict how my devices or sensors or even some machines are going to behave in the future. And that's an important thing regarding predictive maintenance. And that's what give this kind of solutions the power that it's needed to enhance productivity, right?
Exactly, and that's a key point, because we are seeing here some sensors, and you can say, okay, this is behaving normal and this is fine, but we are collecting data every single time, right? Every 10 seconds, every 5 seconds, every second, doesn't matter. You can actually define what will be the frequency of your capturing the capturing of the data, right? But something that is important is that we are going to be checking, for example, the pressure, right? And using machine learning algorithms, we can actually predict when will be an issue in this particular arm, right? So the importance here of the integration with Dynamics will be that you can actually trigger an event that will create a work order for a technician to go directly into the factory and do some predictive maintenance. That is basically the key of this kind of solution. All right. Not sure if you have any question or any comment at this point.
So far, so good.
Amazing, amazing, great. Well, I guess Leonardo, I guess that will be our part. Not sure if you can actually continue with the presentation.
Yeah. The next one is Mauricio. You're gonna show to you guys the integration with finance operations and our sensors. Okay? Can you
Sure.
can
One
you
second,
go?
please.
Okay. You're free, Mauricio. Oh,
Let me see. Please let me know if you can see my screen, please.
Yes, we can.
Great. Well, um, here we have Dynamics 365 Finance and Operations and we created an application with PowerUps with examples of IoT sensors. These two sensors, the humidity and temperature sensors, are in fact in the Leonardo's desk. So it doesn't matter the kind of device that you want to measure or follow or track, we can connect it, show it in the finance and operation user interface, and start, for example, sending information to the ERP, or sending information from, for example, the manufacturing or production model in the ERP to the machine. So we can have any combination, and it depends more in uh, what are the needs on each of the companies. So we can embed dashboards of Power BI or new apps, and even maybe have information that is not common to that module, but we want this specific mix. And
Sorry, a question on the Power Apps, right? You said that you use Power Apps
Yes.
in order to do this dashboard with F&O, Dynamics F&O, right?
yeah,
In-
that's one way.
Okay, so in terms of the Power Apps, what exactly is it? Is it an application? Can I use it on a desktop or a tablet? What exactly can I use with the Power Apps?
Great question. For sure, you can use this Power App in your iOS or Android device. And you just download the Power app in your phone or tablet, and then when you log in with your company email and password, you will be able to see all the apps created uh, uh, by your IT team,
And
or by yourself.
yeah, just to complement what Mauricio told you, perhaps it's a great tool. You can develop, create programs with low code or no code.
Okay.
And the other thing as well is that you can give this power to the to users. Instead of the users create Excel sheets at all, the users can create Power Apps as well. So they can get data from Dynamics, from Azure, from a lot of sources, data sources. So and you can embed these apps in finance operations, as we can see in this example, and you can add in your mobile app. You can use in the web browser. You can use in a lot of things. It perhaps give you power for do that.
Okay, one question. This is probably for Jonathan. And in terms of the licensing, how is it licensed, Jonathan, or somebody who
Which
can?
one? The Power Apps?
Yup.
The
I
good
think
thing
it
that
comes with
the,
the D3. Oh, go ahead.
the perhaps comes with Dynamics licensing.
So each user,
So
we have 200
yeah,
something
yeah,
users will have
yeah,
access.
yeah,
So there's
yeah.
no
I'm sorry.
licensing. There's no additional licensing cost. The
It
only
depends if you have the plan, the
Depends. Yeah,
unified operations plan or the customer engagement plan,
yeah.
it is already included.
yeah.
Okay.
It depends
Yeah,
on
so
your
you should
contract.
have that for the majority. Well,
I think we have
for the
units.
higher level users, because you have some others that are like mid, that don't have that full plan. But for the majority of the power users, I would imagine they have this already, or would have access to create.
And is there any separate license required to do the development, or is it?
No,
Okay.
no, and that's very interesting because you can actually empower people to create their own apps. For example, you could have an SME, a subject matter expert on different fields of the company that don't know how to create apps, but with this, and he or she will create their own apps to consume in their own devices or even inside the ERP. So, for example, here I can just uh, change the layout of the screens in the ERP and start embedding new, let me see, new Power Apps or whatever I need. For example, I can insert a Power App in here and just choose which Power App I want to see. It doesn't matter if the Power App is consuming information from the CRM or the ERP or Power BI or maybe IoT, whatever I need. Here, for
Exactly.
example, I can choose.
Cool.
The point is that you can save development hours.
Yes.
You don't have to customize everything and finance operations at all. You can create a Power App, get data from the data source through one, yeah, or whatever, and you can embed in finance operations. So it's like a customization. Okay.
Thank you.
Just another thing. I just turned on my camera to show you that I have here a Raspberry Pi device.
Oh my God.
Yeah, yeah, and I have here. This is a sensor.
Right
This is a temperature and humidity sensor.
on your
Just
part.
to show you. So you can see that there are the first two squares, the first two graphics. They are getting data directly from the sensor.
Okay.
So
Raspberry.
when I put my hand here, we are made of water. So when I put my hands on the sensor, the humidity goes to the skies.
Yep.
The percentage of humidity go, you can see that is getting higher, and the temperature as well. The temperature doesn't change a lot, but the humidity
Okay.
changes a
Yeah.
lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are simulating in a real device.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can maybe have a combination of technologies in the same Power App inside the ERP. So, for example, if you want to connect to a SQL database or other Dynamics instances, or maybe something from Google, SMS messages, or the combinations you want, maybe an email, you can have all those technologies in the same app, or maybe open the camera or read a code.
Is there any limitation to the number of different um, connection points that I can have? So, for example, if I, let's say, connect my sales database, a SQL database, then I connect to my financial information on D365 F&O, and then I connect to um, I don't know, an Excel spreadsheet, and then something else. Is there any limitation to pull a dash to create this dashboard in Power Apps? Do I
No,
have a limitation in the number? No.
no. Maybe if you want to use third-party connectors, you will have to use a data a policy limitation, because, for example, if you want to send information to, I don't know, Facebook or some third party, something outside of Microsoft, you will need to manage what kind of information can travel outside the solution. But other than that, you don't have limitation.
So the good thing is the majority of our applications that we're looking at, particularly for the production environment, most of the things, everything's in Dynamics Finance and Operations. We've implemented the manufacturing side of things. Our sales application is a third party, but you can use SQL Direct to connect. It's a SQL database.
Perfect. Yes.
And the only other thing is the sensors we have. What are the sensors? Whatever sensors. The sensors you have on the line. Does Okay.
And that's connected to all our equipment. Right? So we use the conveyors for pressure, for temperature.
Okay.
Any type of thing you think on the line with the control system,
You'll have.
sensors to the equipment.
Okay.
It's a fully automated line.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting because you can have all the information like together and in the same screen and avoid jumping between applications and losing time. That could be thousands of hours trying to change between applications. And at the same time, you can start tracking the information and maybe try to apply artificial intelligence or machine learning. Here we have a couple of examples and that, for example, use historic data or some other information to create the demand forecasting with an R script, and after that, use that information in the finance and operations. Or here we have uh, other example that uses telemetry of the devices. Again, uses an R script and start trying to predict possible failures in your devices. Here we are another screen of the ERP inside the explosion of the uh, production orders in the floor. Uh, and we can also try to embed the Power App we created. So it's a good example of how you can start embed embedding maybe charts or dashboards or new apps wherever you need it.
Sure, sure. One thing, Bernadette, that we are showing we are showing here mainly the customizations made with Power Apps, but you can do the same with Azure as well. You can use logic apps to integrate with. We have a plenty of connectors to integrate with finance operation as well to send data.
Yeah,
Okay.
the reason we're looking is to something in terms of from a business perspective and an application. So, for example, the managers who are, let's say, sitting behind the desks when they want to take a look at it, this is what we see. But if you want the engineers to go out, let's say they have a tablet or on their phone, they can actually specifically then see via Power Apps exactly what they see, which may be on Azure, depends on.
That's
Yeah.
great. That's great. You can do the same. You can use access directly a Power App from a tablet, or you can your tablet as well can access finance operations via browser as well. You can do that. We're free to. The users are free to choose what is best for them. That's the greatest one of the great advantage of Dynamics and the whole Microsoft platform. The the users can access what they want from the omni-channel.
And as you said, this is a good example of a mix of information because we have IoT devices that are physically here. We have other devices that are remote. We have, for example, uh, the downtime of the production in other place of the company, and we also have sales. So we can have the mix, whatever mix or whichever mix we need or makes sense for us, and at the same time use that same app in several devices. So you won't need to create several versions of the application.
Cool, we're good. Okay, if you're hearing some noise, sorry. What Vijay was showing me is that on the Chrome system, they have a similar layout. For example, the actual line, all the sensors. He sees everything real time, what that information is, as well as if there's a breakdown or fault, something like what you demoed the first time. So we have something like that. It's just now to take that information to, I guess, model it to predict. Yeah, so it's something like this.
Could you repeat the question, please?
I was saying what you're showing on the screen, this is something like what Vijay, they have access to on the individual lines. What is not there is at a dashboard level. So they have, you can see the breakdowns, you can see the humidity, the temperature, all their sensors real time. Okay, cool.
If I come in for the dashboard, I click the dashboard and tell you how much.
Okay, so I can, so this is something we already have via the Chrome system.
Yeah. So, but we want it in the brewery, and but we could take this and put it on the same system and have it on a proper dashboard.
Correct, to
Everything
align
fit
it.
together, yeah.
Okay, so what he's saying is that, so in terms of the scope for us, what we're looking at is brewery packaging utilities, but right now this is only for packaging. So we have other areas without that information, and we would look to consolidate it on something like this.
That's great. You can do that using Azure, and in Azure you can consolidate all the data over there and consume and the systems that you want. And you can use these dashboards to control all your factories, as Adrian has presented to us. And you can use as well another actions, and you can integrate that in finance operations, and you can take actions that I'm gonna show you later now. Okay, to maintain the maintain part. Okay.
Please, thank you.
Okay.
I, yeah. Before passing the accelerators that Adrian demo some minutes ago are accelerators that we can use. We can leverage this to 1 second to start. So these are not like mock-ups. These are solutions that are working, but besides that, we can start. Let me open this. Changing whatever we need. Which so it's not like a website that it is like 1 second. It's not an example. We can start using this and making changes.
Okay, so
Yeah, just to add a few comments there. Basically, the thing is that all these solutions are fully integrated with Azure, and you can make some changes on it. So basically, you don't have to start from scratch, right? We already have some applications there. We already have some databases there. So you can start actually doing something with all the data that you have. So imagine that you have already sensors over the machines. So basically, by using these kind of applications, you can connect your own devices and start seeing the data over the dashboards that we already have. So this is something that you can actually use to start your journey into the cloud and to start your journey using the predictive maintenance or connected factory. So in that way, you don't have to start building from scratch. So in this particular case, all the development team can focus on start training on how to program into a device and start doing some training on how to use different technologies in terms of machine learning probably, and start building some algorithms, and they can just basically um, match those pieces into a single application that we already have.
cool.
Great, great, great.
What else? Yeah, what I mean is,
Leo,
what
So,
else?
you want
okay.
to show your screen?
Okay. So I'm gonna present to you now the other part regarding field service. So to now we are more focused on the data regarding the connected factory to more to monitoring and gather the data. Okay, but and to fix that when we have a problem, how can we solve that? So field service is the part that we can do that, and so we can control a lot of things, and it's responsible for this one. I'm gonna share here my screen. Please tell me when you can see that.
Seeing it.
Okay, nice. I'm just show to you regarding the dynamics. It's very quickly. You already have the finance operations, okay? So, but we have a ecosystems regarding Dynamics 365. So we have this one that you already have, and we are going to present to you the other part that is food service, okay? The food service is more related to the customer engagement, okay? So, but we have integration that I'm going to show you that we have a tool, the name is CDS, Common Data Service, that you can use the integration between them, okay? And regarding that, and plus of that, with Dynamics 365, we have a lot of other modules that you can use as well regarding sales, marketing, customer service, that is post sales, retail as well, talent, and in these ecosystems we have related with that. We have Office 365. That's a great integration, LinkedIn, and the other part is regarding that we are seeing now. There's Power BI and Azure that we are focused here in machine learning. Okay, just an overview that our platform and that everything is related to Dynamics 365. Okay, nice.
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna show you the part what is field service. Okay, field service is a solution that it's integrated. We have this is a solution that is specific for maintenance. Okay, and we have connected field service that we have this part with IoT. Okay, and we have extensions that we can integrate with finance operations, Power BI. We can use HoloLens as well to help with remote assist to help the person, the technician, the technician that is in field to have we can, for they have he can make calls, remote calls, and share what he's seeing to other person and help him with this with that fix. Okay, and we have here and connected field service. We have the things that we have the devices and all the things, and we have insights that we are showing to you. You can get insights for that, and we can take actions. Okay, the actions is with us. This part of connected field service. So we have here the Azure part that we can have the IoT center that we're going to show you that it centralized. We have all the devices that you do want to monitoring, and IoT Center gather this information and send it to Dynamics 365. Okay, and here in Dynamics 365 in field service, we can use the mobile app that is amazing. That you give tools for the person that is in field. This person in field can with his smartphone or tablet can access a lot of information, and as well we have the resource information, resource schedule information that you can manage all the resources, all the technicians that you have in field, and regarding the geolocalization, you can manage all of them and all their schedule. Okay, so I have here, it's a process that I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna present to you that we have in connected food service that we have a customer call or an IoT alert. For example, with my device that I can send can can set up a threshold. If is up of that threshold, you're gonna trigger a alert and generates a recorder. After that, we have a scheduling of the resources. I'm gonna send the right technician with the right skills to fix that. After that, the technician, they have information, they are in field, he receives notification in his mobile phone, in his smartphone. Okay, you have to fix something that is urgent. Okay, go there, go that, and the technician has all the information in his hand regarding the customer, the problem, the device that is problem. Okay, and there's a very good there's a nice capability that he can works offline and online. Okay, after that, the technician goes there, and the customers can view this information regarding the technician information, when this technical will be there. Okay, and when he will arrive, he can access that. The customer, you can send this information to the customer as well. And later that the technician do other things. He can use, as I told you, he can use HoloLens to assist, to call to other people, to share what he's seeing, to get a specific assistance from a specialist. Okay, and after that he can get a picture of the equipment, with the equipment after it's fixed, and get a signature from the customer that it's okay. And oh, sorry. And after that, when he finished this, you can synchronize that with Dynamics 365. So the persons the managers, the people that they are responsible for all the problems, and for the persons, they can you have this information synced with Dynamics 365. Okay. So I'm gonna present here. The nice thing that you can, in Dynamics 365, you can change, you can define automatic process or not. You can change the process. So for example, I have a device here, and I have alert. I have a situation that is not is an alert. A temperature that's too high, a pressure, a humidity, for example, as well. So when it generates alert, you can take actions. For example, you can send a reset command for that device, for that machine, to restart. But when the temperature is between 86 degrees and 100 degrees, you can create this, you can generate a process that you can create a case, generate a recorder, generate the schedule, and send the right person. And if it's something that is very urgent, it's above 100 degrees, so you can generate a recorder and send someone in the right time to go there and fix that one. Okay, so I'm gonna present to you the whole process. This is a more complex, this is a more complete process. Okay, I'm gonna present you. I don't want just to show you slides. Okay, let me see.
Okay. Guys, I need to drop off, but I think Emmanuel is on, so he can cover from the account perspective.
Daniel?
Yeah,
With
absolutely.
it, I'll give you a call after.
Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
So let me show you. I have here. This is IoT Central. This is an Azure application. Okay. So I have my Raspberry that I've shown to you. This device. Okay. So this device is monitoring. It has been monitoring here in IoT Central. Okay. So you can see that the humidity is 45%. That's okay. But when I put my hand here in the sensor, I'm gonna put here. We are made of water, as I told you. So this device is sending information directly from. This is a Linux running here. Okay, so I'm connecting here to IoT Central, and I can connect as well to IoT Hub. You can show that. You can choose what information, what the place that you want to send information. So after a little bit time, we're gonna see this change in here. This is a little bit, it takes a little bit time to refresh here, but I'm gonna get out my hand here. But I here I create a here you can see that I have here 85% of humidity. So I create here a rule that for humidity alert. So when the humidity is greater than 70, I'm gonna take some actions. For example, I'm gonna send an email for me for a person, in this case for me, and I'm gonna run a flow, a Microsoft Flow as well. Okay, so I for this reason, for this for this part that it's not I'm gonna I just got an email here, so they sent me the humidity is higher, so I can notify, I can create here another step as well, another action. So I can choose send email for other people. I can use Azure Functions. I can use Logic Apps. I can use Flow, and I can send this to a webhook. Okay, I can do that. So when I activate this, I'm gonna call this flow. This is the flow that I I've seen that I so I have here the how the historic, the history of this. So for example, here I have here the this one, this I have a rule that has been fired. So I have here the unit that was high, and I have all the information here regarding this device. So what's this device? What's the ID of device? This is the ID. I have here all as well the telemetry. So I have here the humidity that was 78. Okay, and I defined here that I'm gonna create a new record in Dynamics 365. So I'm gonna create a IoT alert in Dynamics 365 with all the information that I gather from this device. Okay, so I have here all the information that I put here, and later that I'm gonna show you that we create this. Here is Dynamics 365. Okay, the look and feel is very similar to finance operations. So you don't have you guys will not have many problems to migrate to to um, to food service with connected food service. So I have here all my OT alerts, and I can check here my OT alerts that I received now. So for this example, I got here right now. I got I have a other device that is more simulated. Okay, this is a simulated, and I have here my device that is my Raspberry Pi sensor. Okay, so I'm gonna check this, and I have all the information that I sent here from the device from IT Central and what I define in Microsoft Flow. Okay, so I have here all the information that is seen, and there is a good thing here that this device I created here. I consider that as a customer asset. So I already create this one. I have here, this is a Raspberry that for the simulation, I put this as a sensor for a refrigerator, for example. And the good thing that I put here as I define it that it belongs to an account. This is regarding a customer. But if you are internal, you can use that as for example, you can do this regarding a plant, for example.
Hey,
You can
Leonard, sorry,
define. Yeah, yeah,
sorry.
yeah.
Um, so this is good, and we see the applications for it. But before for this would be a step two for us. The step
Okay.
or what we're looking for is more like a basic
DCMMS.
like a basic CMMS package or something for to
Okay.
do something a little bit more hands-on before we then take that information and go to the next step.
So we want this. So what is happening is,
Leonardo.
Leonardo, what is happening
Yeah,
is
yeah.
we will this device is very critical to monitor key processes. So if we have a tank in fermentation, if you know you're not supposed to go below a certain temperature for too long, and we realize the sensor reads it for 2 hours below a certain temperature, it triggers an alarm so we can check if we have an alcohol cooling issue, right? So this is excellent. We will need things like this. I'm not saying no, but what about the basic maintenance package in terms of setting up your bill of materials, all your pictures, in terms of your min max levels, your the cost of work order? Does that come with this package also?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can define that
So
in
like if
the.
I will be accustomed with what you call a functional location. From a functional location, you'll have equipment assigned to that functional location. So if I move my equipment from one position to the next, I could track everywhere this piece of equipment goes on the plant. So I could cost that equipment. If I have a problem in terms of at the end of the year, and when time to do budgets, do I replace or do I repair? I can make a decision based on the money I spent on that piece of equipment annually. So that is for me to do proper budgeting and to do proper cost tracking by work order and by area, so I could know what is my spend in each area. So I want to see how this system actually gives me I want to see actually the templates that will give me that type of application.
You told me that you want to just see that if I understand you. You told me that you want to see the costs is regarding costs. Is
Right.
that
What I want to see is okay. Like when you went into the plant, right?
okay?
Into a spreadsheet. I want to see, um, can I click on a piece of equipment? Can I see all my bill of materials for that piece of equipment? Can I see all the work orders assigned to that piece of equipment? Can I see the jobs that was done or all the PMs that I need to do on this equipment based on frequency, based on a schedule, right? Annually, quarterly, biannually, etc. So this is the basic preventative maintenance setup. From your preventative maintenance setup, you'll have corrective and you'll have predictive also coming that are steps ahead, which we have in place, but we want everything to be compact into one system, right? So I want to see your basic preventive maintenance systems where I can see all my equipment on my plant. Can I drill into a bill of materials so I don't have to go into a crone sheet anymore to look for a part number? I must have everything assigned into one database so that it's easy. Everybody working out on one database, everybody using the same information. Right now, I go to a ECAT that Crohn's has. I want to take all that data and dump it into my CMMS. So,
Okay. I think I understand. I understand. You are told that we have what Adrian has presented to you is a step before this one that I'm showing you now. What I'm showing now is the action. It's more regarding the action.
yeah.
What you told me that you want to plan, you want to gather all the information, you want to do a predictive maintenance. You can okay, this is the part that Adrian has been present to you, and you can do that using all the data that you gather. Okay, and you can integrate this all this data with finance operation as well. You can send this information. You can gather this all this information in Azure. You can put all this information in a data lake, for example, or a SQL or an Azure SQL server, SQL database, and you can centralize that, and you can do analytics from that, and see, for example, if this machine keeps with this temperature in one month, I'm gonna have problems with that. Okay, you can do that with machine learning algorithms, and you can do that, and you can send this information as well to your production and see the jobs and all the stuffs.
Okay,
You can
okay.
do that.
Leonardo, what this
Yeah.
is what you're telling me is more a trend. So we are trending, and if you're it's like measuring points you're taking. And if you're on the higher limit, it sends you a text, it generates a work order immediately, right? But what I want to know is where is the database I need to upload all my preventive maintenance checks. So can I, if I need to go and grease a bearing every 3 months, or do I need to go and look at a shaft or where? Because remember, you wouldn't have measuring devices on a shaft. You'll have it on temperature sensors, you'll have it on pressure sensors, you'll have it on everything else. But I want to see where do I upload my normal preventive maintenance checks.
Ah, sure, sure, sure. So you can do this. We have this part. This is a planning. So I can create, for example, if you know what your maintenance, you have this schedule predefined, this maintenance, you can create, for example, here work orders for that, and you can schedule this already. For example, for me, I am this is a technician, and I can put here a booking for me, for example. So I can put here that I'm gonna fix this in the next month, in the same day, in March. I'm gonna have to fix that device. I can create a work order for this, and I can add here this planning. Okay, I can do that, and we can do as well. We can do intelligence regarding that. What I'm showing you now, this is more regarding when we have a problem and you have to take an action with that. It's a urgent urgent problem, so you have to take action. Or, for example, you can do that as well. You can get information from your devices as well, and you can prevent that. For example, you can do that with predictive maintenance. You can see that you're gonna have problems in one month with that machine. That is the behavior is not correct. So you can send a person, a technician, to fix that in 2 weeks, for example. It's not urgent,
Um,
really urgent. You can send a technician in 2 months, for example. You can do that as well.
But where do
your
you
question,
where do
your
you
question is,
where do you upload all the checks that we need to do? So let us say we know a technician is going to work on this piece of equipment, but where like my checklist, where do I upload that checklist?
oh, inside finance,
Okay,
you,
okay.
you can create tasks.
Right, so you can create
Yeah,
your
that
task.
that's what he's looking for. In the tasks, what's going to be required, what are the activities?
How is a task linked to a piece of equipment?
Correct. And
How
how is
how
the
is how
equipment going back to D365
Okay,
FNO?
and how
in
connected
field service,
to material?
you can create guides with the steps. The
Yeah,
steps can have even the minutes or the hours for you to um, give the maintenance of or fix that asset.
yeah, for sure, for sure. For here, I'm gonna show you that I can have here. I have in my connected field service. I can set up all my technicians, and to get it done, he can change that. In the work orders, you can put the information that they want. Yeah, I know.
You can have the incident types and the
Yeah,
Okay.
services.
yeah. So let me just focus. I'm gonna show this. I'm gonna answer your question right now. Okay.
Yeah.
So just to keep the flow of this one. So for example, here I created the IoT alert. So something is wrong. Okay, nice. What I can do for this is wrong. Okay, I can send a command for this device, for this machine. Okay, let's try to restart, to reboot this machine. So I can use here a command that I already have here, and I can send this command. For example, here I have a command. This is regarding restart. Let's see this one. I can send this command, for example, and for this device to restart. Or I can create as well a case for that one. I'm gonna create a case for this one. So I have this process look here that I have this process that the IoT alert has been created. I can create a case, and I can create later a work order, and I can schedule some technician to fix that one. Okay, and we have this case step because we can do a part that I gonna, for example, I'm gonna create here this case. The good thing that I have a customer related to this device. So with this customer that is related, I can see where is this machine. Okay. So I have this customer, I have this customer asset, I have this account, and this account I have where is it located. Okay, I have a map here. It's very nice. Here I have the address of this customer and this machine. Where is this machine? Okay, so I'm gonna create here a case. I'm gonna put here IoT alert, for example. I can put here if it's a problem, someone to contact. Okay, and with this, I have here this case. The good thing that I can manage SLA. Okay, so I can set up this. Okay, for this customer, I have a SLA of 2 hours, 1 day, whatever. You can set up this. Okay, and after that, okay, oh no, I can't solve that case. I try to call the customer, see what happens. Oh, okay, no, I really must to have to send someone to fix that. Okay, I'm gonna create here in the next step, create a work order here, and I can put here the type of this incident. I can choose here what is the type of this incident. I can put here, for example, style IoT, and I can create here in the recorder. Here in the recorder is the point that you asked me what's the actions that I'm gonna take for this. So I can put here the other type, diagnosis and repair, and I can put here the incident type as well. So for example, is IoT. I can put here a description of this incident. For example, it's this equipment is the temperature is too high, so probably is a problem with the of some sensor or for the engine of this device. Okay, I can put here. I can add some details, and the recorder I can go again. I can go deeper with this. So I can put here and the problems that we are having, the service tasks that I need to do for this one. This is the point. Is this one that you asked? Is that
This is part, but the other thing is we need to know,
okay?
for example, the product. So if it's something like a regular maintenance, if it's something
It's
that
a
we need,
routine maintenance. So it's not, we're not looking if we have a problem. We're looking at every 3 months, we expect this person or this type of service to be done on a specific piece of equipment.
and the type of service,
Okay.
it let's say it needs three things. It needs oil, it needs a bearing, and it needs something else.
Yeah, yeah. It's like
You see,
routine.
Okay.
you can manage that in field service. You can have scheduling of the service tasks and have the incident type. Inside the incident type, you have the task type with the steps that you can, for example, say, okay, let's have a maintenance each 3 months inside this machine, and you can start scheduling that very
Yeah,
easily
yeah.
with field service.
The point is that you can create here a business process. You can create a business process to do this automatically for you. Okay, so you have it predetermined. You can create these work orders, these work orders created as well, create automatically, and put technicians for that with the right skills for this, for to fix this or to check these machines. Okay, you can create this process here. I'm gonna show you. You have the part of process that you can. The good thing that you can create, it's like a workflow or a process. Okay, so you can take. You have different categories. You can create actions, that you're gonna create this one automatically, or you can change as well the business process flow or create a workflow for this. So for example, let me see if I have this one, that I have one created here. I think this workflow is one. No, let me see if I have one here. Give me just a minute. I have one regarding just 1 minute. I was managing one of these guys. Uh, I schedule service data pools. I can define what actions that I can do. Okay, so for example, I can create these ones. Let me create a new one just to check this. So for example, I have to create a predefined fine work order. So I can define here the category. So I want an action, okay, and I can put here the entity. So for example, I want to create work orders. Okay, nice. I can use a template as well. And here I'm gonna create with this process. I can let it schedule to run monthly or weekly to create these ones. So for example, I want to create here. I'm gonna take an action to create to set up here the fields. For example, I want to put all of them. I can do that. Okay, just an example. That's okay for you?
Yeah, but
I I won't say your doubt. Let me put here another one. A workflow.
what about
Sorry.
what about linking parts to a piece of equipment? How
So
do you
what
do
about
that?
linking it to, let's say, the inventory SKUs that we have?
Regarding inventory. Okay, okay, nice. So what I've told you, what I've shown to you, that we have here the customer assets. So every machine is considered as a customer asset. Okay. So these customer assets, for example, I have here this one. This is my that I set up for the Raspberry Pi. This is a refrigerator. This is a sensor for a refrigerator, for example. So this guy I have here, this is I have this account, and I can put here. It's not this database is not really related to a product, but I can integrate this product with Dynamics for finance operations as well. We have an integration. This integration here. This is a field service integration that we have, that we can synchronize the products and the machines and the assets that you have in finance operations with field service. Okay.
A question on that.
Yeah,
How does
yeah.
that work? Is that a native API, or is that send an XML file to a folder, the folder, then the file then goes to Logic Apps, and from Logic Apps it goes to D365 and vice versa?
Great question. We have this tool that is Common Data Service. This is the same platform as PowerUps. So I have here my environments. I can set up my environments, and I can, for example, this is process to cache, and I have here my connections. So for example, here I have my connections with finance operations. This is environment with another environment regarding the customer engagement, for example. So I have this environment here, is the same one here for sales. I have here, this is my tenant,
Yeah.
and this is my environment with Dynamics 365. So here I can create these my projects. So for example, in this case of products, I already have here one that I'm sending. I have some templates, and I have here the products that I'm sending from the finance operations side to customer engagement. So I have here this source. So I have the source and the destination, the products of sales, and I have the mapping here. So this is automatically. This mapping is already done, and I can change this one. For example, I can add fields here. I can, for example, I have a customized field, so I can add here as well. I can put here my customized field, and I can do here as well some formulas. I can do some transformations here, okay? I can do that. For example, here, a mapping of no yes to false true. I can do that, okay? And for example, let me create a new one from scratch. So for example, here I can create a new project. I have here some templates, so I can synchronize between finance operations and customer engagement. This is the field service part. I already have a lot of here. I can manage as well the part of warehousing to get what I have available. Okay, if with the products, I can see I can use that. Okay, I can send as well the work orders. Yeah, the inventory adjustments I can send as well. The inventory transfers, product inventory. I can send all of this. I can synchronize between the finance operations and field service.
Okay,
Okay.
sorry, yeah, one more question. That's
Yeah.
great. And in terms of the update, is it real-time connectivity or can you schedule that update?
Ish. Another great question. I can schedule that, so I can define here when I can define you can execute in 5 minutes, whatever you can, or daily or hourly. You can change that, and here you have the execution history. Okay, for now we have in roadmap that for now it's not real time, but in the next release, I think now in April, we have in roadmap that it's gonna be real time. Okay, plus this, I can use as well Flow to do this. Okay, I already have here a Flow. For some reason, I close all my my screens, but I already have here a Flow that I can integrate in real time. I can use triggers between, for example, here I have this one. This is when I create a new customer in customer engagement, for example, I create this is one. When I create a new customer in in customer engagement, I can create the same customer in finance operations. Okay, you can do that in Flow. You can manage that in more real time. It's like a workaround why we don't have in CDS it done. Okay, but you can use as well logic apps here as well to do this integration. Okay, and it's very nice because it's like a real time. Exactly. Okay,
Thank you.
nice.
Yes.
Okay, good. So I just to complete here. So I create here some tasks, some service tasks for this my work order. Okay, so I have here my service task. I can put here a lot of, and ready that. Okay, it's created my work order. Okay, I want to send this work order for some person. Okay, we have resource scheduling we have a feature that it can schedule for the person, the right person regarding their skills at all. You can define in this person, in the workers, who has the better skill to do that. Okay, and I can use as well. I can use this one, this interface that is a very nice. This scheduler board that I can do that it manually, for example. So let me share here my screen, my mobile phone
Sorry,
screen.
another question. As you
Yeah,
put
yeah.
and you put this on, does it integrate as well with your email so it can send you an alert, let's say the day before or 2 hours before, something you'd pretty fine to see scheduled maintenances?
Sure, sure, sure. You can do that. You can do that. And I can send you a plus. I can send you, for example, this is my mobile phone. I have here my application. This is one, this app. This is food service application. Okay. So imagine that I'm here, a person that is in the streets. I'm a technician that sorry. I am a technician that I'm doing a lot of stuffs. So I don't have time to see all the time my notification. So when someone say, okay, send this to Leonardo, that Leonardo is the right person to fix this problem. So when I put here, I can use drag and drop to add here, and later that I'm here in field. I'm gonna receive in some minutes, some time. I'm gonna receive here a notification that I have to schedule that. It takes a little bit time, but it was working till now. uh, you can see now that I received for another one that I was working, this one, to see that I'm not lying to you guys. Let me change here. Okay. So I'm gonna receive here in my screen this notification. Let's see my notification. Where's my notification? Okay. Anyway, no, I don't know. I don't know why it's not
You
here.
can have
But
SMS notifications to the
yeah, yeah,
technician,
as
but
well.
also for the user. The user can say, for example, I have availability only today from 12 to 1. So you can have that opportunity windows in the system. So you will schedule only on the available time of the user, for example.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sure. Nice. You can set up this to send an email at all for this offer. Oh, you have a new thing to do. Okay. So and later that start. Let me open here. Just a minute. The good thing that this mobile phone, it's available for Windows as well. So I have here for Windows, and I have for Android and iOS as well. Okay, here is my app for Windows. Usually when I have when I'm having some issues with my internet or something, I use here as Windows as well. What I have here now, okay. Let me put here. Oh, nice. Okay. Now I received the notification that I have a new work order. I have two new work orders
Yeah.
to work with. Okay. So when I receive now here my notifications, I'm gonna click that. It will open directly this work order. Okay. So I'm gonna see what is the start time. I can see the customer that I have to work. Okay, I have here a lot of details regarding this work order. I have the incident type. I have as well the list of actions that I have to do. I have here the address that I
And
have to.
if it was
Yeah,
integrated to Dynamics 365 and the inventory, where we would also see that here, the list of items.
yeah, sure. You can see that as well. So here I have the incidents and I have here a map. So with this map, I can use here integration with Google Maps or Waze to go to make me here the direction where I am to the destination. So it's finding a best route to that. And as well, if I'm work, I need to know if I already have for if I need to do a fix and I need a specific equipment for do this fix, I can check in the products if it's available or not in the stock. Okay, here I have here this integration with Google Maps, so I can start this and I can go to this point to do this maintenance. Okay, and I have here the part that you told me that I can have here the products that I'm using, the notes, and I can get as well. And after I do this this task. I can here get the products that I want to use, and I have here, for example, I can select. I'm not sure if I already have some product here, but I can see if the
I have a question.
yeah, sure.
Okay, so let's just work this process wise through.
Ah,
So
here.
let's say I have a scheduled maintenance that requires 3 items. I go
Yeah.
through the scheduled maintenance, like you visit the customer. These are the 3 items. However, for whatever reason, I determine one of the items I don't need to change, right? I still have the item. Can I then put it back in stock? So right now I took it out of stock to issue it to the work order. So from the work order now, I have to put it back into inventory. That's the first question. How do I do that? And then the second question is, how, once I put that in inventory and whatever I set up in inventory in terms of minimum orders, reorder quantities, etc., if I have a budget associated to that, will it then, once I use it, so if the other 2 items that I used on my work order, would they then be expensed and hit my budget?
Okay, you told me regarding the expenses regarding the person that is in field. For example, the gasoline, the transportation, all the stuffs.
No,
Is that
the person takes 3 items from the inventory
okay?
and I use 2 of those items at the customer site. So it needs to be expensed, but I bring back in the third item. I didn't use it.
Okay, nice. When you are doing some maintenance, so you don't you gonna have one that you don't use. Okay, nice. So when you can see here in the mobile phone, you can get all the products that we have. I just have one here, but I can integrate this one. You can see here in quantity on hand that I can integrate this with finance operations and get this control between the two systems and the hand of the person in field. So I can see if I have it available. Okay, and once to your question, when I'm doing here a booking, let me come back here to my work order. I can put here. Oh, nice. I have here. I don't have here. It's not related here, but I can put here. Oh, our server. Oh, our server. Why you are doing that? Sorry, their server. It's not good with me today. Okay, so I have here. You can see that here in products. I will have here the list of products that I'm gonna use that, and I can put here that I'm not using that. Okay, so I have here the quantity, and I have the unity, for example, and I can put that I'm gonna not use that. So when I put that I'm not using that, you can integrate that with finance operations and say, oh, okay, this product I've not used that. Okay, for this one, I just was use two, not all of them. Okay, you can do that here in this part with regarding the products that I'm using for this work order. Okay, let me come back here. So later that the person field it has all the information here. They have the tasks that he want to do. For example, here the diagnose issue, and I can have here more some notes. For example, this equipment, you have to take care with that because okay, you can do that here, and you can add photos for each one of the tasks. So for example, okay, I diagnose the machine, and I can send a photo for that one. Oh, server is not good. Okay, so I can add a photo from all the activities that I'm doing. Oh my gosh, what is going with our server? Ugh. Sorry guys. I'm trying to share my screen, but it's okay. Okay, nice. You can see that I am having, oh my gosh. Okay, let me act with here. This is my backup. So I can use here, I can have this the same as my mobile phone as I can use here my Windows phone, my Windows, and I have here my bookings, and I can take photos. I can do that. Another thing that I would like to show you. You can see here that is it's like a globe here, and I have a person. It means that I can this when I have this one. This means that I'm online and I can synchronize. So after I finish a work order, a booking that I have, so I can take pictures, I can get the signature from the customer. After that, I can synchronize with Dynamics. So later that I'm gonna see that this one here in Dynamics 365. So I have the person that is in field and the person that is in back office. They
Right.
can see, they can follow what's the persons in field they are doing, if are doing it or not. Okay, they can track all the stuff that this person that they are in field. Okay,
One other
so
question.
when I'm offline, just
Go,
sorry, you are doing something.
no, go ahead, and I have one more question after. Sorry.
Oh, okay. And when I'm working online, so for example, I can see all my accounts. It's gathering from the data updated from Dynamics. Okay, but when I put here offline, when it's there's it's like a prohibit signal symbol. It's just offline, so it's a good thing because it's cached this information, so it's a little bit fast. Okay, so I can gather my products that I'm available. I can see the work orders at all. So it's not mandatory that the person in field that it has uh, signal or internet for that. So he can work as well. He can do all the things, and after that, when he has connection, internet connection, he can put here online and sync with Dynamics. Okay.
Okay, the other one question that
Okay.
I
Yeah.
had was, if you're out so the technician is out in the field, or we have the work order, the maintenance order,
Yeah.
but when we realize that we need additional items from inventory. At that point in time, can we amend the existing work order to add new inventory items, or do we have to create a new work order?
No, you cannot. The good thing this one is that the person field, he has the power to change a lot of things here. He can create new work orders, for example, and he can update this work order and add new products that he needs to fix. Okay, the things that I think for you're gonna use for local maintenance, but it has been done for companies that I have a case. We have a case that they use this to sell more products for other customers. So the person is there in a customer to fix some problem, and he can sell more products for this one. Okay, he can add more things. He can suggest, for example, for this problem you can use another products that I have here, a new equipment that you don't have this problem again. Okay, so he can put here these products, and he can create here as well. He can add, aggregate here. He can put here new services, and he can put here new products. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so he can add here the products that he are using. I don't have here products. Sorry for that,
No, no.
but you can do that as well. And after that, you can as well can create a purchase order for these ones. Okay, this is a plus that I think that you don't use for that, but you can do as well to control the costs of the maintenance regarding this part of products and the services, the hours that you can do that. You can create you can integrate regarding this integration here that I told to you. This is a plus. This is a other part, the other part that you can here create sales orders and put the products and the service that you used for this work order. So you can manage and finance operations these costs. Okay.
That's what we wanted. That was Vijay's question.
Nice. That's nice. Yes, you can do this using this integration with the finance operations. Okay. This is a plus. There's a plus I don't have here, but you can as well use purchase orders. You can change this. For example, for your business, it's for me. It makes no sense to use sales orders. For me, it makes more sense to create a journal or create a purchase order. Okay, you can change that. You can change here. Okay, you can create a new template here in CDS and use another table, another entity. Okay. All the questions answered to now so far.
Yes. So far, so
Okay.
You can
Great.
manage
Great.
also the return merchandise authorization, or maybe the return to vendor. If you have something that is bad, you can return it and manage these RTV or RMA uh, requests inside field service. It's
okay.
out of the box.
You can do RMA. You'll do RMA.
Great. Great. I think the time we are plus the time.
Yes.
Sorry for that. But I'm gonna send to you. We have some videos regarding how to fix. Let me just we have time. I can send to you this video, or can just show to you. This is a person, a technician that he has to fix some equipment, and this technician has a HoloLens to assist. And for example, this is a problem that he doesn't want. She doesn't want how to fix, so she can call to another person that knows what to do,
Does he,
and this person can help her and can see what she sees at the same time.
and then
uh, so she's having some issues. She can share files regarding that as well. She can share, for example, a manual to see that. She can point things. This is a plus for field service as well, and they can later, for example, call to a third person. There's a specialist for that error, and he can help them with that as well.
cool.
Okay,
Yep.
nice. So I'm gonna send to you these links as well for you. Check it out. Doubts? You have any doubts? Any this is the one, the case that we have Donald Miller, the McDonald Miller, that they use. They are facility solutions. They sell services. They sell this maintenance. So they use that, and it's a great case that we have. They use I think the full potential of field service, using recreating the sales orders and using all of that, using the offline side. They are a great case that we have, and we have a lot of other ones. We have Grundfos, we have others, Rolls Royce, Michelin, and at all. I can send you later some other customer stories for you. Okay. Questions, considerations?
No, I think we're good. Thank you. So
Okay.
we need for next step for us the recording, if you can send, because Bernard needed to see it and Curry needs to see it, and then we would have like discussions. If anything, how do we contact you for, let's say, follow up? Would it be through Jonathan or through somebody else?
I think it's we can contact us. We're gonna send some materials after This I'm gonna send to you some links, some materials regarding all the stuff that we discussed, and you have the contacts with the account executive, the cloud specialist, the person that you have more contact. But you can contact us as well for any problem, any doubts,
Sure.
more technical doubts. You can contact us directly. No, there's no problem.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Bernadette,
Thank you.
and we will share to you this recording later.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Bye
Goodbye.
bye.
Bye, guys. Thanks.